it's me. Today I just realized that my mom is an avoidant. Her main coping strategy is avoidance. And yes, I am an avoidant too. Wow. Like mother, like daughter. And I realized that an avoidant is really disciplined when it comes to avoiding anything that they know that is not good for them. For example, my mom, she will not watch horror movie, and me, I never watch horror movie except when I want to. No one can force me to watch horror movie, to be honest. Sometimes I will watch it when I want to. And that's just an example of the discipline of an avoidant. The avoidant, there is this huge power in them. They're really disciplined when it comes to avoiding something that they do not want to face. So, it comes to my next point. If you find yourself cannot, if you are an avoidant and you find yourself not being able to avoid something, for example, doom scrolling, maybe you are using doom scrolling to avoid something else, something that is more uncomfortable. To me, I used doom scrolling to avoid feeling bad, any hard feeling, anger, especially disappointment and abandonment and the loneliness. When I feel like in this situation I have been abandoned. Well, that's the good side. However, the negative side is that an avoidant is determined to avoid anything that they don't find it comfortable, or they just simply do not want to face it. And because of their extreme discipline in avoiding, it is very hard to get them to face their fear. I stepped into this healing journey being an avoidant. Well, it was because I cannot avoid the pain of my life anymore, and it comes to I had always feels I had always I have always felt like once I face this pain that I have, uh, yeah, and it just hurt so much to that one day I feel like, please, it's better to myself. And so I stopped avoiding facing my pain, and my life has been better since then. Isn't, and I find myself become familiar and even get dopamine from healing myself, especially when I processed a feeling and it gets to, so feeling emotions, they have stages. First is anger, then pain, then fear, then understanding and love. And I found myself getting dopamine from that processing emotion work like from anger. When I get to love and understanding, when I feel all the pain, anger and fear, it just feels so good. It just feels so good to me. So good. So that is how I face my pain. Well, before that, I have spent all my life avoiding them, and to be honest, I am very good at avoiding them. Very good. But today I just realized that we may not acknowledge our very power, the power of avoidant. We think that we are avoiding, so we are procrastinating and everything. But gosh, I believe that when you avoid something, for me, when I avoid something, I deny them and I suppress them, and the suppressed emotions get suppressed in me, and it is a huge energy, so huge. Whenever I feel those suppressed anger, I feel like those anger can tear myself into parts, million parts, from outside, from inside. That is a huge power, and to be honest, with that huge power, you can manifest anything. Manifesting is like a thought getting enough energy to move from dimensions to dimensions, like from thought dimensions to the 3D dimension. Like it needs energy to move from that thought to the 3D, and so with that huge energy inside of suppressed emotions, you can basically manifest anything, to be honest. Yeah. The second thing is you can actually use your discipline to like a conscious avoidant. If you are an avoidant and you get into this healing journey and getting into this journey of become aware of yourself, become conscious of yourself, you will find it really hard to express anger because you want to avoid conflict. And then you will find it really hard to hurt someone, because after all, the reason why you want to avoid conflict is because you want to maintain connection. And an avoidant is actually a really kind person from the inside, because they can't hurt people. They can hurt people. They might hurt a lot of people unconsciously, but when they get conscious, they just cannot. And when they get conscious, they can get really disciplined with not hurting someone and with building connection, and that can be their own pain in the ass. But trust me, I believe that the avoidant, they are at the same time maybe people pleaser, and they are so stressed from pleasing, and that's why they avoid. Maybe, but yeah, I believe that the avoidant are all kind of people from within. They are so disciplined in maintaining connection, and when they get conscious, they simply cannot hurt someone or even I guess that maybe it makes empath. I guess that many of empaths are avoidant. I just get. It maybe not. There's no data backing this up. I just guess so. Gosh. It feels like how being an empath and at the same time an avoidant. It's not just highly sensitive people anymore, because we're highly sensitive, and that's why it just feels so intense. It's better to avoid it. And so I bet many of the highly sensitive people, highly sensitive empaths, empaths are masters of avoidance. Yeah. So yeah, that's today. Oh, yeah. Being able to feel is intense, but it is also a gift, because to me, I am really grateful that I am always connected to my pain. Yeah, I am always connected to my pain, and I cannot avoid it completely at all, because yeah, it's just, yeah. And because I cannot avoid it completely, and I am always connected to it deeply, that is my that is how I get here, living this life, which is so much better than my life 2-3 years ago. A lot can change in just 1 year, and gosh, being an empath, being able to feel deeply and think deeply, it is intense and hard, and sometimes, no, not sometimes, it is terrible, but at the same time, it is such a such a blessing. It is my wonderful, it's my most wonderful gift. It makes me feel so alive.